What up, Schmoedown rockers? So, this week, a lot of things have happened. Or at least this past week. Especially something I can't talk about yet, but I think I will be able to talk about this Friday. Yes. And which will be the Shire Wolves. Thank you, Shire Wolves. I want to do a video eventually at some point for them, hopefully before. Maybe not here on YouTube, but I will probably do it not so much even on my own Facebook page, but for those who follow me in the Schmoedown community, those that are more likely to watch this video at least, are going to be the ones that will be treated. I don't know if I'll be able to do it via the main page, but I might do it through the dungeon. I don't know, especially given the actual form of actual friendship, kayfabe aside, between Rachel, the Crusher, Gushing, and the Smasher, Kevin Smets, before he became, officially to us, the Smasher in the Schmoedown. So, anyways, and that's a great match. Y'all are going to enjoy yourselves when you get a chance to see it. That being said, what we are going to talk about, that we can talk about and further expand upon, is the album. What am I saying? Album? I got done with doing the Tool album. Check that out, if you can. But anyway, it's for this one, in case you're wondering. Yeah, I'm sorry for the people in the background. Anyway, we're keeping it raw as usual. So, now, finally, we're gonna get to talking about Chandru. I'm not even gonna butcher his last name. And versus Jared Haibon and his match and their matchup in Intergeekdom. Winner faces Brandon Hanna. More on him later. After this matchup, which surprisingly, but also not surprisingly, kind of ring rust for Haibon, but not really ring rust. Because, he actually did better than clearly, he knew how to handle and play the game, at least, strategizing wise. At least well enough to kind of keep himself in the game as long as he could. Or at least to not mind up in knockout territory, but couldn't really keep himself out of TKO territory, and Chandru took advantage of it. He knew he was still on a roll, especially leaving off from the last Intergeekdom 3-man match. Sure, plus now with this win, he's got more of an axe to grind going up against what happened with Brandon Hanna. So, well, the Hitman versus Chosen. We'll see how that I guess 2. I don't know if we're supposed to count it as that, since that was just a 4-way match, but I mean, whatever. Let's see how this pans itself out. But anyway, I really did enjoy the matchup. I did enjoy that matchup. Haibon, of course, I think he was also focusing on the fact that he had some wedding plans with Ashley. For those of you who don't already know about his time on, I guess, the one Bachelor in Paradise thing. I don't keep up with it, though, to be honest. I just know about it because Haibon kind of spilled a lot of the beans on an episode of Collider Live before the episode even aired. So, yeah, that's how I knew about that. And I mostly just follow him through Schmoedown and all that. And I've known about Bachelor, and I've known about all these follow-up, spin-off stuff, but not enough to really care to deep dive in. It's just not my thing. I kind of was done with reality shows in general for a while. So, you think I would do it? Sorry, long night. Hell, to think I tried to record stuff for that several times ago, anyway. But somehow, so anyway, going back from that, Brandon Hanna, what the hell, man? Is this Operation Action Army Revival or just Team Action Revival or whatever is going on here? Whatever we're going to call it, I have yet to figure out and settle on a hashtag for that. But all I know is, even though there are other speculation theories, is he really with the Horsemen? Is he really with family? I mean, I guess with the contract signing, I guess he's somewhat legitimately with family, but is he? But despite that, it doesn't seem like his loyalties are to one faction. I think his loyalties are to just Action in general, and I think that's what they're sticking with, because we already seen him, I guess, attempt to be part of the dungeon, and he wasn't feeling it there, which was a bummer. I would have accepted you. I mean, come on. But that's just me. I'm the nicer amongst everyone else in the dungeon, so yeah. And Action Army's up in a frenzy. They don't know what to think of him. And he said it's all part of the plan. So I'm like, it's the plan I'm thinking? Does this mean that the plan is that, Ben has been bullshitting, truly has been bullshitting us, as Roxy was right the whole time? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Or maybe just Brandon Hanna's just there to keep tabs on Ben and see if he's doing his part. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on, Action Army folks. Yeah. Woo. I guess I'm just kind of confused about it, but hopefully we'll get over time. We'll figure out what's going on. Though, speaking of Robert Meyer Burnett, apparently this past Friday was essentially his last day as commissioner, I guess. And it seems he's talked to Roxy, and it seems he has a piece of paper that is his big plan he has for us this whole time, and it's the nuke. And the plan was to see if Christian would further upon it, because he knew he wouldn't have time to do it himself. So he just come up with it and see how genius enough it is that even Christian would himself go for it, and it seems he has. Which I guess was planned all along for the storyline anyway. And my guess is that since it's from the way this Christian went about it, and a certain word is said, my guess is they're going to use that word later on, because last year we had anarchy, this year, insanity. Banking on it. Make it a hashtag, Schmoedown insanity. Hashtag Schmoedown insanity, and I may even put it in the description somewhere, or just something. I don't know. But that's what I'm guessing is going to happen with that. Which, by the way, the pre-cred of it with Roxy was actually put in the Shire Wolves match. And some people who are reactors that actually are also, like me, patrons, will probably have reacted to that, like more likely D2A. So don't be surprised about that. But I don't know if they'll decide to do a different post-cred, pre-cred thing or whatever for the Shire Wolves matchup, or they're just going to not do it all together. So we'll see what they do with that, and I wouldn't blame them if they don't decided not to anymore following what happened there. So yeah, but yeah, with that I'm excited. What is it really going to piss us off? Like, more likely it would be a faction draft, and that would piss me off as far as the dungeon's concerned, because I don't want to lose I want to keep my Smets and Kaiser together at the very least. Though I don't know if that will affect the actual teams themselves or not. Though I'm having a feeling it could affect the teams matchup, and we're going to start calling that Teams Tournament Ultimate Schmoedown Insanity. Wouldn't surprise me if that is the theme for that this year in that regard. And if that's the case, then that kind of pisses me off a little bit more. Because right now we actually already have a good teams division just off of what we already got out of Anarchy. Alone. I mean, come on. Please don't. It's probably going to... If that is the case, and that's how they're going to do it, Yeah, it is going to piss me off. So, fuck. Anyway, moving on to singles. More specifically, we had a doubleheader. Well, an intention, or at least the way they set it up, it was surprise doubleheader, I guess. And that was all involving number one contendership. Who's going to New York to face Oyama for the belt, for the singles title? So far, we have whoever wins this matchup between Kalinowski and Ben Bateman, Mike Kalinowski, and Ben the Boss Bateman is going to face Jeff the Insider Snider, and whoever wins that match is going there. The Bateman-Kalinowski match was so awesome, and it would nearly went to sudden death. If not for Kalinowski being able to pull that 5-pointer out of his ass. He answered all of his questions right. He might as well have had a perfect third round. Or a near perfect. I don't know, but it worked out. It's unfortunate that, Merle barely beat Sam Levine when Sam called him out at the first collision. This one? Or the second one? I want to say first one. Hold on. Ugh. Sorry about that. Ugh. Anyway. Work loogies. Anyway. So. Even Kalinowski was just, even without Bond, he proved to have a really, really awesome score. And kind of showed off to Bateman. Bateman kind of apparently still has his heelish tendencies, despite trying to be a face. Everyone's bitching about Mike, but at least he tries to be whatever the hell he is. And I get it. Ben, from time to time, though he seems to do a little bit better, but at times he just in face that has a heel, that manages to maintain his heel edge. I don't know. But even though his suit design is, a little sloppier compared to what he used to have. But anyway, or it's not as sharp as he used to have, which is weird for even a face. But anyway, the matchup itself was just pretty awesome. At least Ben can hold his head high and say he at least forced Kalinowski to at least get his third and his 3 and his 5-pointer to try to win the game. To third to tie, 5th to at least try to win, and if not, at least they would have went to sudden death. It would have come close to that. And Mike pulled it out, man. Mike pulled it out. So, but unfortunately, Barbara Burnett comes out, and as one of his last times as being a commissioner, basically decides to let the number one contendership stand immediately, because apparently we're gonna get the start of the tournament now for this year. So, and I'm gonna definitely get early access. Then it's gonna be fun. But depending on the match, I don't remember which one it is. But anyway, I'll find out later, and we'll talk about it when it comes down to it next week. Though it will probably be Tuesday by the time I air it, because I think Labor Day. And my sources that I go to upload quicker, I won't be able to use until Tuesday. So, anyways, I enjoyed this. This was awesome. That matchup was awesome. And Snider, it was more of a slower burn compared to of a matchup. It seems things with Kalinowski was going to, and if he hadn't gotten too excited around the 3-pointer in the third round, he might have stood more of a chance, or at least tried to force Snider to, with his whatever, I guess, to try to answer at least one more question, if not a few others, before he had to do his 5-pointer, which clearly did not work out so well. All in all, Mikey 3 belts is no longer a thing, or at least it's temporarily stalled, and right now, all we can, at this point, say is possibly Mikey 2 belts. Possibility. depending on how how Corruption's match would go with the Shire Wolves, which I do know, but I will not say because it's not aired publicly yet. So I'm going to be nice for Harloff and the rest of the crew who work their asses off. I'm not going to screw with that. Sorry for the frog in the pants. Anyway. So, following that, Stearns and Snider got the win. And now it makes things even more interesting since the whole issue between Kaiser and Roxy, and even more so because of what happened Sunday. Oh my God! Seriously, just shut up, Roxy, with that shit. I love you. I'm still at least willing to stick it out for Collider Live. Hell, because I love every other personality, not just you. On the table and in the booth. Even though I miss Cody. Good luck in fatherhood. Even from, I have bandmates that I can attest to and say, and just seeing that, and with what I've already even dealt with, just trying to deal with my own nieces and nephew, you know, it can be a bitch, dude. But you don't have to take my advice since I'm only an uncle. So, just leaving that out there. But anyway, yeah, and Copster's hopefully holding it for it. I got to finish that later after this, and eventually I'm going to try to catch up on 2 Week. Check that out, guys, by the way, when you get a chance. For the most part, me personally, because of my own bias in faction, I'm pulling for Oyama. But I can understand it being a sort of a two-way street because Oyama's never, well, actually, that's not true. Oyama still kind of held his own as well as he could with the free-for-all. That's the only time he's ever been in a live event. So he's had some experience in that. But he's never had experience defending a title outside of maybe in the fan leagues, which I have not seen myself. And plus, Oyama himself is also Action Army, so there's double that as well. Also, and I'm sick of Roxy just dogging on Kaiser. I want Oyama to win just to shut her the fuck up. God! Dang, he helps him win a fucking belt. On top, and things are going, despite the rough going we've had, even more so rough when it came to the number one contendership. And y'all saw what happened in that one for the collision this year. So y'all know how I am about that. But damn, just stop, Roxy. And if Kaiser's watching this, I'm sorry, I said something in the chat for C2A involving a certain charity thing that apparently Regali had mentioned doing a D2A versus C2A charity matchup. I'm going to talk about that. Excuse me. Like I said, random and raw. Belches and farts included. Whatever. Burp talk, fart talk, whatever. Anyway, I definitely enjoyed what we got over there. Good luck, Snider. Maybe you will get the belt. You in those situations apparently worked out, and again it came to facing who's the boss. In Chicago, I'm ashamed. The closest one I could have went to, but ashamed I missed it. And it turns out, given the weather up there, it was probably for the best on my end, because I'm in unfamiliar territory and I'm dealing with bad weather, and plus I hear Chicago in general is, well, in comparison to Missouri at least, it's kind of corrupt. Anyway, or else, why else would they have strip clubs? But anyway, and we don't. So, nothing against Chicago. You probably, I mean, a lot of good musicians came out of Chicago and in the Illinois area too. So I'm not going to dog you. I love Rise Against. So there you go. There you go. So, and Jay Washington said, all right, dude. I mean, he's a fine manager, and no kind of better manager. And Roxy needs to learn that, and she'll learn that in New York. So, yeah, sorry again, Kaiser. I might have gotten you to try to pseudo manage D2A in a charity match. Though I'm just guessing that maybe D2A already said something in a pre-tape of what they're going to do on the Who's Cares Anyway podcast. Fingers crossed. If not, I'm going to have to message you later after I'm done recording this. So, yeah, fun, and I'm going to hear a lot once the dungeon sees this. I'm sorry! Roxy pissed me off too much. It had to be done. And it's raining outside. I'm going to have to take my lunchbox in so I don't get this phone dirty, so I have this for anything. Anyway, also, looking forward to seeing that, at least streaming, since that's the best I'm going to get, even though somehow there's some people that are local that I know of. Mac Daddy. That's going up there and meeting up with the rest of the action, Call to Action and Action Army crew that's going up there, I guess, and a couple D2A members and Nico and the rest of the boys there. Oh, great, now it's falling off. Hold on. I'm still supposed to take these off yet. But anyway. What did y'all think of the matches this week? It's a shame what happened there. I mean, even Mike Kalinowski admits it, but, you know, it's a loss, but he'll bounce back. He's still got the tournament. So does Bateman. But maybe Bateman might have more of a chance against Shannon Miller. That's my guess. I understand if most people would bet Mike against Janine, but I wonder if Janine's learned something, and poor Mike is probably not going to have a chance this year at all to get that singles belt, which means it'll just be delayed till next year, more than likely. We shall see. But until then, Mikey two belts will have to do on his end. So, or at least if that ever comes to fruition with the match with the Shire Wolves, that is. Anyways, what did you guys think of these matches? Leave a comment below, let me know. Rock that like button with thrust if you must. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, click that notification bell and so you can get notified of my vids that are coming out. And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. Whenever that may be for the next thing. Even further rocking because it's Session 2 week, so check out my Undertow vids, guys, if you want. Also, check out follow-up albums that will come out, the other 3, and then eventually, if you're Inoculum, won't be able to do it Friday. We'll probably do it Tuesday-ish, or at least it'll be released then. I don't know. But as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown and Schmoedown Rocks is cooking.